The Americans with Disabilities Act went into effect in 1990, guaranteeing people with disabilities access to public places and events. This week in Mason, a teen in a wheelchair was turned away from a summer science camp. He and his parents didn't take the rejection lightly. And Local 12's Rich Jaffe shows us how that's taught a lesson to the educator involved.
13-year-old Benjamin Tavella is exceptionally bright. His physical issues have never gotten in his way, until now.
He's never been excluded from any kind of classroom setting, nor should he. He's been full rein in gym class. He's been able to do everything in science. He's never had an issue anywhere.
This week, Ben was hoping to attend the Science Discovery Camp being held on the Royalmont Academy campus.
My entire life, I've loved science, and I was looking forward to this camp.
But when Ben's father, Jeff, explained to program administrator Dave Traxler that Ben would be attending in a wheelchair and that he'd like to come along and help, things changed.
He clearly stated that we weren't going to be able to attend. He went down a laundry list of reasons why that wasn't going to happen. The wheelchair, my presence, one that greatly bothered me was the safety of other children.
A teacher for 29 years, Dave Traxler says camp just wasn't prepared for wheelchairs or parents.
Have never had a parent. We've just never allowed parents in the classroom. I just was concerned that there wasn't going to be enough space and it was going to be a safety issue.
Ben and his family contacted the executive director of Royalmont Academy Monday morning. A short time later, Traxler changed his mind and invited Ben and his dad to join the camp, an offer they declined. But it's a lesson not lost on this longtime educator.
I checked into the American Disability Act. I've called the Department of Justice and talked to them. I want to know what we need to do to accommodate campers, because I don't want to exclude people. I really don't.
And what does Ben want out of all this? Just more kids in camps.
I hope to see that more kids like me are allowed into more camps.
Again, I want to point out that Royalmont Academy really has nothing to do with this issue. The science camp simply rents space from Royalmont. The executive director of the school, in fact, sent me an email in which he said they are concerned about this issue, and he pointed out his school is closely involved with many programs that are designed to help children with disabilities. He says Royalmont is evaluating continued rental commitments with the Science Discovery Camp.
I can see why. And Dave Traxler says he's been running this Discovery Camp for what, like 26 years? Yeah. This year's two-week camp has hosted more than 500, almost 600 students. He says 10 or 15 years ago he had a hearing impaired student as a camper, and he currently has one who is autistic, so he's not excluding all children with disabilities.
So he says.
So he says. Thank you, Rich.